Well, hello, friends. Welcome back to the car. Today, we are going to read an email from a viewer whose name is Supersip. And the email goes Hello. First, I am 14 years old and I am French, so sorry if my English is bad. I just want to thank you for your videos. They are awesome. I really love them. You give me the determination to write a 64-bit operating system. For the moment, it supports some basic things like SMP. Oh, and I don't know if the code is bad or good, as I am 14, so sorry if it's bad. Have a good week. And he includes a link to the GitHub repository for his operating system called Wing OS. So I'm going to put a link to that in the description so that we can all visit and leave a star. So thank you very much, Supersip, for writing. I am really, really happy to hear from you. And there's nothing wrong with your English. You're 14 years old, and English is your second language. Like that's I'd say you're at a good level. I was about at a similar level at 14, and your English will just keep improving if you keep using it. So don't worry about that. And I am really happy to hear that you are building an operating system. I remember when I was 14 years old, back in 1999, I also was very interested in things like building an operating system. I mean, I had many programming interests, but that was something I back then was really curious about. But in 1999, that was a much more frustrating and complicated affair than it is today, because I didn't have access to all of the great information that you have today and all of the great tools that you have today. So I ended up kind of getting tired of messing with that and getting really frustrated. And I remember there were a handful of small amateurish operating systems back then that you could look at for information and inspiration. And of course, there was the Linux kernel, but that was a bit too big for me to grasp. And I remember I didn't have any emulators to test with, so in order to test, I was messing with this little boot sector operating systems and stuff, and in order to test, I had to write my my operating system image to a floppy disk and then reboot my machine and see what would happen when it booted from the floppy, because I only had that one machine. So this was a very very time-consuming affair back then. But I do remember building like a little command shell that ran in a boot sector and something like that. I think I made a FAT file system browser. Anyways, that was a long time ago, and it was very frustrating because of just how cumbersome it was. And I am so I was so happy to look at your code, and I can see that you have a much better understanding of operating system concepts at 14 than I did, and that makes me super happy because I think it's such a beautiful thing that the new generation, the current generation of programmers that's growing up now, you guys have access to this huge library of information on the internet, and you have these great tools like debuggers and emulators, and you have like multiple open source compilers to choose from, and so much free and open source software, and great internet connections around the world. It is truly an amazing time to grow up with an interest in programming, and I am really happy to see that the next generation is growing up and taking an interest in these low-level concepts as well. So thank you very much, Supersip, for writing. This is just something that fills me with happiness. That I guess when you say you like my videos, and that they give you determination to work on an operating system, that makes me really happy because it means that I'm contributing to that huge library of information that's available for the next generation. Um, and I think that maybe maybe that's the most important thing there is, really, for us as more experienced programmers to try to contribute somehow to the education and to the raising of the next generation of programmers. Um, that's certainly something that I want to do. So I'm really happy. Like every time that I hear from somebody young that they learned something from me, or that that I got them interested in something, or that I inspired someone somehow, like that just makes me feel like this is all worth it. Like this is like there isn't anything that could make all this effort not worth it. Like it's it's just so nice. Anyway, I'm I'm a little bit I don't know. I'm struggling to express myself because I'm so full in my heart of happiness. So thank you, SuperSip, for writing um, and for sharing your operating system. And I can see that you're like a young programmer, and you don't have that much experience programming, but you still like getting stuff done. You're making stuff work, and if you just keep working and keep sharpening your skills, um, there's like there's no telling how good you can get. Like you can become amazing. Just keep working on your skills and keep learning stuff. And that goes for everybody, really. Um, there's I don't think there's a limit to how good you can get at programming. Um, at least in one lifetime. And if you think you're at your limit, then I promise you that you're wrong about it. And we can all we can all get so much better, but um, just don't stop programming if you want to get better, and you will get better. And just don't stop challenging yourself. Um, yeah. Hmm. Anyways, I love this email, so I just wanted to share it with everybody. I hope that's okay with you, SuperSip, because I love your email. So thank you, and thanks everybody for tuning in. Um, I will see you all next time. Bye.